coarsely or finely chopped herbs, it's good to know what they really mean. You don't want to get a mouthful of big, chunky leaves inside of your nice creamy tomato soup, and you don't want a salad where your herbs completely disappear because they've been so finely chopped. In this video, I'll show you the difference between finely and coarsely chopped herbs, as well as how to cut basil and mint into very thin shreds called a chiffonade. First thing we want to do is get your leaves off the bunch and onto the cutting board. Normally that means having to pick each individual leaf, but with herbs like cilantro or dill or parsley, there's a nice shortcut. You want to grab the bunch in your hand and angle your knife and sort of shave off some of the leaves. You'll see you'll get little pieces of stem in there, but they're very tender stems, so it doesn't normally cause a problem. If there are any stems that are particularly large, you could just go ahead and snap them off. Next, you want to gather your leaves onto the board into a nice compact little bunch. And holding your knife, you want to do a sort of rock chop. So, run them through your herbs. The important thing to remember here is to have a nice, sharp knife. You'll notice the tip of the knife is always in contact with the board as you're pivoting through. To help maintain that, keep your hand on the top of your knife and continue to rock back and forth. Occasionally, scoop up your herbs and get them back into a pile before continuing to run your knife through. Right here, this is what I would call a coarse chop. This is good for salads or chunky salsas. For a finer chop, continue to run your knife through the herbs. You want to keep going until it looks about like this. This is what I would call a fine chop. Some recipes call for a chiffonade of mint or basil. What this means is just very thin shreds of it. So what you want to do is stack your leaves, biggest to smallest. Roll the stack lengthwise, kind of like a cigar. Like this. Now you want to take your knife and slice very thin sections crosswise. Once again, it's important to have your knife nice and sharp. And once you're done, just fluff up the shreds with your fingers.